All right, everybody, Joey no Hana here. Got Anthony Caruso across from me. We're gonna just, you know what? I'm gonna change things up today. I'm just gonna call us Joey and Caruso. You know how everyone that does things together, they just combine names and shit. That's what we're gonna do here, because we're gonna do a lot of NXT. We're gonna do some NXT and New Japan stuff here today. We're gonna start with the New Japan stuff, then go towards NXT stuff. So if you're not into NXT shit, then you could just chime out after that. But mostly, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because we started watching NXT to get Tyson Lude in on the action here in the basement, and he just never responded to our fucking text. We told him, hey, look, we're gonna do 2 episodes of NXT, combine them, and along with some New Japan stuff.
He's probably too busy fucking talking to girls or something.
Talking to girls? What a weirdo. Who the fuck does that shit?
Yeah, fucking girls. Ugh.
2017, guys. Fucking look at some cosplayers or something.
Yeah.
Like, get over yourselves. Women are gross.
It's all about sex bots now, dude.
Yeah. Women do nothing but just make you want to kill yourself, man. And they're just annoying. And they want the fucking toilet seat down. What the fuck?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Who the fuck do they think they are? Get a penis. Come on. It's not hard. So now that we got that talk out of the way,
want to make any more lame 90s sitcom references?
Yeah, right.
Something about a kitchen or
sandwiches or some bullshit, some misogyny garbage.
Yep.
Basically, we started watching NXT again to get Tyson Lude, our third.
Well, it's not like I stopped watching. I know you.
No, but I wanted to emphasize more NXT watching to get our good friend Tyson Lude in on the action. But like I said, he just never fucking responded to the group chat, and we lived literally a fucking wall apart. So it's like, hey, how about we just talk about fucking NXT? Yeah. So this is officially now known as the Joey and Caruso show, and when he shows up, I don't know, we'll call it the Joey Caruso featuring Tyson Lude, because he never wants to show up.
Special guest.
Special guest. We booked him today. You know how much it took to fly him out today?
Yeah.
Good amount. He flew southeast or southwest, whatever. Yes. But yeah, like I said, we have some New Japan stuff on the menu today, along with some NXT talk. So we got NXT, I think 412 and 412 and 413, along with the Destruction and Kobe, 2 matches from Destruction and Kobe.
Destruction and Kobe, like Destruction and Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, the Destruction of Kobe Bryant. So before we get into that, though, I do want to mention something. I would hope you know what's going on with this, or at least I have an idea. But the whole WWE basically making Too Sweet an IP for the Young Bucks and giving them even more of a fucking problem.
I thought they tried to do this 2 years ago.
They did, and I think what happened was they didn't think that the Young Bucks would, fucking be successful and have a Hot Topic deal and be creeping up their ass. I mean, depending on how you define creeping up WWE's ass, but fairly popular. I mean, look at all the fucking shirts they're selling.
For how much WWE dominates the industry, for the Young Bucks to be making as much noise as they do, they're really doing something. So,
and that brings me to the topic of WWE being basically trying to monopolize the world of wrestling here. It's kind of ridiculous.
That's kind of always what he's been trying to do. So,
yeah, nothing out of the norm for Vince McMahon, but so I go online, I look up all the stuff that goes into this and what's been happening in social media, etc., etc., etc. And the main fucking thing that I see all the time, is people saying, "Oh no, you guys have to be original now." Little do they fucking know, their whole gimmick is that they're fanboys.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
And why we like it is because we are fanboys.
Yeah.
We are totally down with all of it.
It's an in-your-face, blatantly obvious ripoff
of a parody.
Yeah.
So people who say that they need to be more original, well, I don't know, read into their fucking gimmick, asshole. They're a parody of everything that they watched when they were children. I mean, how hard is it to grasp?
That's the joke, yeah.
So people who say this shit, no, so what the fuck? So you're the Young Bucks. I mean, granted, the Too Sweet's not the only thing they have. They have a bunch of other stuff, too.
They could stop doing the Too Sweet and they'd be fine, but
they're basically slowly getting all their shit removed from them. Fuck the Revival, which was taken away from them.
Was it really?
Can't say suck it anymore. Yeah, if you watch Being the Elite, this is all documented. So basically, they can't say fuck.
Why can't they say fuck the Revival?
because it's got the Revival in it, and it's a fucking IP of WWE Corporation, World Wrestling Entertainment Inc. I don't know. And then they can't say "suck it" now on their show. I don't even know if they can say "suck it" anywhere else. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, they can't.
Fuck the Revival is pretty vague. I feel like that you can be meaning anything by saying "fuck the Revival." Fuck the Revival of what?
Yeah,
like
of rock and roll.
I feel like that's probably an overreach.
Well, if you were up to date with it, then you would see all this stuff. But yeah, that's happening, dude.
I'm sure if they challenge that in court, they probably.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. At least the fuck the Revival.
Well, I think it was mostly on the YouTube channel. It's like, hey, you can't do this on the YouTube channel because YouTube and Google and all this other bullshit and mainstream attention or whatever.
Well, yeah, that's a different story, but
yeah, well,
as far as WWE taking legal action, I feel like that's so easily challengeable in court.
Well, basically, the one thing that the Young Bucks have, which why I personally believe that they'll be fine, is because they are parody. And parody falls under fair use.
Fair use, yeah.
So WWE really is just being very spiteful about this, and they're just being fucking.
Well, they would then what you call it? They should hopefully if they can afford it, balls a man up and fucking.
I imagine they will.
Yeah,
I imagine they will. There's no way they're gonna let this die down because, WWE because they don't want to join WWE. So then WWE understands that they're getting way more money than probably a lot of guys on their own fucking roster.
Yeah, I don't even know how WWE can argue that the Too Sweet hand gesture is their intellectual property when
it's been featured on their property. It's been featured on their television, and it's not theirs.
Yeah.
They did not come up with it.
Yeah, it's been featured on their television, but yeah, that's not. It would be another thing if Scott Hall or Triple H or X-Pac or any of them filed a cease and desist.
Absolutely,
but World Wrestling Entertainment, no. I don't understand.
And
I don't see in any way that any judge would rule that is their intellectual property.
And if you ask any of the guys who did this back in the day, they are all for it because that means that
Scott Hall's son was in the Bullet Club.
Yes.
So,
and not only that, but they're basically validating the fact that they want to see it continue. They're gone. They're not in the company. They're not in
the one hang up might be Triple H because he's a corporate. He's a corporate guy now.
Yeah, but
and he's part of the McMahon family.
I don't know if you realized, but Triple H has become like the money mark nowadays. Okay? Wow, that's really cool. That's a nice little toy. I'm just gonna fucking buy it. Half his locker room's ROH talent. You kidding me?
Yeah, but that has nothing to do with.
No, but I'm saying that he's all for guys from the indies. I don't think he's going to combat this and be like, well, I need it for backstage purposes. He's not on television anymore.
Yeah.
Like he's running NXT,
but I mean, he might get pressure from Vince and the corporate office to get in line.
I don't know the man personally,
and as someone who probably has more rights to claim it as intellectual property.
Oh yeah, well, I don't know the man personally, but I do believe that he is not on the same. He's not on the same wavelength as Vince McMahon.
I would like to think so. But
I don't think that this guy wants the same things that Vince does. I imagine he wants people to do their thing, and he's one of the guys. He's one of the boys. So that's the reason why NXT is good, because he fucking knows how to run a company.
Yeah.
Even though it's developmental, he knows how to fucking run a company. For God's sakes. But you know what? WWE's a corporation. They want to suck all the talent up. They're trying to do it all over again. It's nothing out of the norm. They've been doing this for years. So I mean, the Young Bucks have gone so far as they could possibly go without getting any sort of legal action upon them. But I guess we'll see how this all hangs up. We'll see where they go from here. Because you could ask Matt Hardy how things go down these days with fucking other companies up your ass about whatever the case. And I do believe they're changing up his gimmick anymore. But they're not going to call him Broken Matt. They might call him some lame shit like Shattered Matt. Or some lame shit like that. I do believe that's what's happening here. I'm not entirely sure because I don't fucking watch Raw. So
yeah, I mean, I guess as long as he keeps the character the same, Shattered or Broken, there's not really a difference.
Not really, but
I mean, if they go with Shattered, will he be part of Shattered Dreams Productions?
I hope so. the him and Goldust will team up together, so that'd be wonderful. But
especially now that Jeff Hardy's going to be out.
Oh yeah, he will be out.
Does he have like shoulder surgery or something like that?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't exactly remember what his injury was, but it's been nagging him for a while. Other than that, that's the big wrestling thing to talk about, and it's obviously related to New Japan Pro Wrestling, so I wanted to talk about it. But I hope the Young Bucks all end up fine, because that's the last thing they need, is for their gimmick to be slowly stripped away, and once again, WWE has their fucking way, because this company can't have their way. They need to fucking fuck off.
Yeah.
Leave people alone. They've got all the talent in the world, and they don't know what to do with it. So, I mean, that's your fucking problem. But aside from that, not really much else to talk about other than the shows to go into. And
if I were them, before we get into that, if I were them, I would if they did somehow win that legal battle, I would, the Young Bucks, Cody, and Omega, I would instantly start ripping off the Four Horsemen, because I feel like that's even more of a hard thing to trademark, the four side, because that's at some point you can't trademark things because they're so like ingrained in like human nature and culture.
I imagine they will do that. Because how many times can you trademark a hand signal? So
yeah,
you know,
and that's such like a broad hand signal that you can't really.
So let this
you could sue anybody who counts to 4 on their hand. Yeah, no, there would be no way. So I would do that in a heartbeat.
You could sue the Patriots when they won their 4th Super Bowl ring. Mm-hmm. God, everyone there is gonna just end up in court. But from now on, everybody, I want you to understand that if you get a coffee from Dunkin' Donuts and there's a little too much Splenda in that.
Ew, why would you get Splenda in your fucking coffee?
I don't get artificial sweeteners. I don't give a fuck. But if you give that coffee a little taste, you better not say the wrong thing. You better not say to yourself, well, Jesus, this is too sweet. Because then a stooge will follow you up with a nice little cease and desist of your coffee.
Just as soon as you say it, fucking Mark Carano shows up with I don't know why he'd be the one to do it, but
he's on Total
He's
Divas.
A fucking little shit. I hate that guy. And nobody has a nice thing to say about Carano. So
no one from Total Divas, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So other than that, that's the stuff that's been going on with outside of New Japan and WWE, I guess, the big news. Other than that, guess we'll get into this stuff right here. New Japan Pro Wrestling Destruction in Kobe, September 24, 2017. Oh, before I get into the actual show, I do want to let everybody know that in about a week or so, we will be at Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con. Can't fucking wait. I'm not going as a wrestler this year, sadly, because I'm tired of walking around in cold, fucking freezing my ass off in underwear. I don't think we were doing this show last year. Were we? No, we weren't.
Yeah, we were.
We were?
We just didn't do it there.
Yeah, we had my fucking shitty little phone in the middle of the fucking
and it's
room.
a shoebox, yeah.
In a shoebox. Yeah, so we weren't as involved as we are now, but yeah, I'm not going this year as a wrestler, but we will be there. Sadly, Jessica Negru will not be there, but Lita will be there, and a bunch of other people also will be there. And sadly, the cast of Fear of the Walking Dead can't make it. Oh, fucking no.
Oh, no.
I can't believe it.
Oh, why'd they back out?
I don't know. They didn't give an exact reason on the Comic-Con Facebook page, but they said something about, we had an incident at the barn, or whatever, gimmicking up the whole situation. No idea why. But I thought that it said The Walking Dead, and
I was about to say, as long as the Walking Dead cast is going to be there,
I was
that's
like,
fine,
are you fucking serious? Like,
I don't give a shit about. I mean,
does anyone watch Fear of the Walking Dead?
It's popular, but I don't get it. I mean, I'm upset that I can't see it. What the hell's her name? Alicia Debnam Carey, because she's pretty cute, but that's about it.
I mean, unless you like The Walking Dead in Los Angeles, then sure, go for it. But other than that, it's the same shit, Zombies walking really fucking slow, and people still dying from these zombies walking very slow. Well, other than that, yeah, we'll be there, and it's going to be an exciting time. Bringing our boy Tyson Touloud with us, and we will get very lit, as the kids say these days. And
we won't be getting lit. We'll just be spending a lot of money and then actually going to bed earlier than we usually do because we're so done.
Damn right. We're adults.
Yeah.
But I think Lita's going to be there. Lawler's going to be there. He's there all the time. DDP is going to be there.
DDP's going to be there? Fuck. I want to buy some yoga videos or DVDs.
Ted DiBiase's going to be there. Not Ted DiBiase Jr. I wish it was Ted Jr.
I was really hoping it'd be Ted DiBiase Jr. Because, I was always part of the DiBiase posse.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so far that's who's going to be there wrestling wise. I hope there's going to be more people there because it'd be nice to see more wrestlers show up to Comic-Con. But it's usually like the older gentlemen who don't really have anything else to do.
I mean, that's fine. I mean,
Lita's there. Hey, Lita's a pretty big draw, I guess.
Maybe Marty Jannetty will come with his fucking daughter that he wants to fuck. Did you hear about that?
No.
I think he was hacked, but a lot of people are reporting it as it was a fucking like real
IRL
thing. Yeah, but apparently he put something up the other day about just finding out that his daughter isn't actually biologically his, and they've been holding off from having a physical relationship.
That
now
is,
he wants to know if it's like possible, like if he could fuck his daughter. Or,
that is not something you want to put on social media
you
ever.
You didn't see that on like any. You follow wrestling things like stuff.
Maybe 2 or 3. I don't really like to follow wrestling things.
Yeah,
like,
because that was all over.
I don't want people telling me shit that's not fucking real, or dirt sheets. I don't give a fuck. But that's pretty damn spicy. I do have to admit.
Yeah.
What an asshole. So I guess speaking of wrestling, let's get into the wrestling. We're talking about Margino wanting to fuck his own daughter.
Yeah.
He's trying to pull a Trump over here. So we have Destruction in Kobe, like I said before, September 24, 2017, in the Kobe World Hall. We have the first match of the 2 we're going to talk about here. The third match in this 3 match series, I guess, with all these tag teams. We have a War Machine going up against GOD, going up against KES for the IWGP Tag Team titles. And so far, every match has had sort of a different story. First match was terrible. So, I mean, it was just a terrible match, just put it that way. The second match, way better wrestling, a lot of more in-ring competition. This fucking match was just a fight. A straight-up brawl for all. Because now Raymond Rowe and Hanson have won 2 matches in a row. So now we're going into the third. So they got to come up with something here. They've shown these teams a bunch of stuff already.
Yeah.
You can't just go out there and do the same shit because you will get your ass handed to you. So War Machine decide that they will start the match on the outside of the ring here. So they call out everybody. And you know what? That's not a terrible idea because...
I don't know if you mentioned this was a tornado tag match as compared to the regular tag match.
Oh, yeah, exactly. A tornado tag match. So this is basically PWG rules.
Yeah.
Because every fucking PWG tag match is tornado.
Well, I mean, at least PWG tries to keep up like the appearances that it's a legit tag match until like halfway through and you can't tell who's legal anymore.
So I will say this. I don't know why tornado tag matches aren't done more often. It is so much fun to watch a bunch of shit going on.
Well, the point of tag team wrestling is having to tag in and out, and
I guess the point of tag team wrestling is to like give guys breaks.
Yeah.
You know, to kind of, you know, get if a guy wants to take a little break on the outside, he can tag out and sit on the fucking apron for a little bit. But tornado, it's like,
and probably for guys who shouldn't be overexposed as singles wrestlers.
True. But tornado tag match is go, 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 go. Everything must be done. All the spots must be had. So that's what happened here. But match starts off with both guys from War Machine going to the outside. They call out everyone from, or everyone in the ring, especially KES. And the reason why I mention that is because, quite frankly, when you're going up against anyone from Suzuki-gun, might as well get it over with.
Yeah.
Start in the outside and go, let's get this shit done. And throw me into a fucking chair now so we don't do it later on in the match.
There's going to be some sort of chicanery anyway, so...
They
get it out of their systems.
Yeah, yeah. Listen, every fucking Suzuki-gun should just start, or every Suzuki-gun match should start on the fuck. They just come out through the crowd and start fighting. It wouldn't be any different than any other fucking match they've ever done.
Yeah.
So they brawl for a while all over the arena. Archer power slams a member of the fucking production crew. I have no idea why. Don Callis says, "Are we allowed to beat up members of the production crew?" To which Kevin Kelly goes, "No." Yeah. So it is illegal to do this, apparently. So we get back to the ring. KES beat the fuck out of Raymond Rowe for a bit. Lots of stuff is happening. I mean, literally lots of shit is going on. No idea who the fuck is legal here. Archer looks like he's about to do his best Undertaker impression, go for the old school, but on Hanson. But instead, he just jumps to the outside, bumps to the outside, and just totally forgets about Hanson.
Yeah.
So Archer's on the ramp with Tama Tonga, appears to want to do a reverse Razor's fucking Edge to the crowd, which would have been ridiculous. But gets stopped by Tonga Loa, which leads to both the GOD brothers giving Archer a guerrilla warfare on the rampway. Meanwhile, Davey Boy's laid out over a table on the outside of the ring, and then Raymond Rowe power slams Hanson onto Davey Boy Smith, who is on a fucking table. And this fucking table literally broke in the outline of Davey Boy Jr.'s back. It didn't break in the corners. It didn't even fucking break at the steel. It broke. It made an outline of his fucking back. These tables, I don't know what they're fucking made of, but it's almost impossible to break these tables right down the middle. Almost fucking impossible. I don't know where these people get these tables from.
Well, they're like real fucking thick.
Real fucking thick with 2 C's because they can't break these shits.
They're not like fucking thin ass WWE TNA tables that are fucking made of like particle board.
I think what the biggest problem here is that when you break the fucking table, it's not so much the wood, but the fucking the steel under it, like the actual what's it called, the thing holding up the
support,
goddamn table. The support, the fucking steel beams holding up the fucking table itself. So when you crash through, you have to fucking get stabbed by this shit.
Yeah,
which is what happened with Davey Boy. He turned up with a bunch of shit or a cut on his back. So that's what you got to fear the most is the fucking steel beams below the goddamn table, not the table itself.
Yeah.
So War Machine hit the fallout on Tama in the ring. Go for the pinfall, but Davey Boy pulls Marty out of the ring before he can call the 3 count. So looks like War Machine might actually sweep the table here, but instead Tama Tonga kicks out, or Tama Tonga avoids being pinned because I think it was Lance Archer. Yeah, no, Archer pulls Marty Asami out of the ring. Archer knocks Hansen off the apron, who would land in the middle of a table. Smack dab in the middle of the fucking table, and broke it in half. So the first man in the history of New Japan Pro Wrestling to shatter a table the proper way. So Hansen busts his ass on a table. KES then slammed the living fuck out of Raymond Rowe back in the ring. Do a whole bunch of power moves to the guy.
Like from Space Coast to Coast?
Yes. Do a whole bunch of tag move or power moves to the guy. Then finally hit the killer bomb to get the pinfall victory and become the new tag team champions. Pretty sure we predicted this. No way. There was no way War Machine was going to run the table.
No, not 3 in a row, no.
But that's what happens here. And KES, the Killer Elite Squad, are now the new IWGP Tag Team Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
Notice that most of this match was pretty much just KES and War Machine.
For the most part.
Yeah.
Tama Tonga and Tongaloa tried to do some stuff.
Yeah, they were really kind of irrelevant in this match, I thought.
Well, the big story is between War Machine and KES,
Yeah.
so I mean, it made all the sense in the world. But I will summarize this match by saying a bunch of shit went down and a bunch of stuff happened, and it was all over the goddamn place, and it was a lot of fun to watch. I will give it that much. But this was the best match out of all the 3 matches they've done. But KES walk away with the tag team titles. So we have the IWGP United States Championship match between Kenny Omega and Juice Robinson. Juice Robinson got this match because he defeated Kenny Omega in what is now being called, I believe, I totally forgot what it's, or the Shaka in Osaka is what they're calling it.
Really?
Yes.
Get the fuck out.
It is referred to as the Shaka in Osaka, when Juice Robinson pinned Kenny Omega, reversing the One-Winged Angel into a pinfall, or into a little package there to get the victory.
Who said that? Was it
Kevin Kelly?
Kevin Kelly? Okay.
He said someone else dubbed it, so I mean, hey, that's him covering his own ass. So good for him.
I'm glad it wasn't my boy Don Callis that said it.
No, of course not. Don's way too cool for that shit.
Yeah.
So the story leading up to this match, everyone should know about this by now, is Kenny Omega had a little surgery in his meniscus and left leg there, about less than 14 days before the match even went down. So Kenny Omega had to miss, I believe, one or 2 dates or something like that.
Yeah.
On one of the New Japan shows or the Road 2 shows to avoid or to get healed up. And his knees were bothering him. And funny enough, this is a guy who's all his entire fucking arsenal is knee strikes, and his knees were killing him. So to get him fixed.
Yeah.
So that's what happened here, and this is his first match back. So his first match back after being under the knife for his knee, for a meniscus, is against Juice Robinson. It's for the fucking United States Championship. So first defense here for Kenny Omega's IWGP United States title. So Omega sells the knee very early on. No surprise here. That's the story going to this match. But Robinson avoids the knee because he's a good guy.
Yep.
And that would be super dishonorable for...
He's a very big blue eye there.
Yeah. Super dishonorable for Juice Robinson to go after the knee very early. Omega basically lures Robinson to catch him off guard because he hits a Kotaro Crusher with tons of velocity and fluidity. And he gets up feeling fine, and Don Callis goes, that's my boy, and Kevin Kelly's like, what the fuck is going on here? His knee's fucked. That didn't look fucked at all. This sucks.
It's funny you mentioned the word fluidity, because I noticed in this match why I very much particularly like both of these guys is that everything they do is very fluid. There's not a lot of hiccups in the stuff that they do.
No. Very crisp.
Yeah.
Close to the chest. Juice is very good. Kenny's very good.
Yeah.
This is a very good matchup here between two guys.
I realize that's the reason why. I think the biggest reason why I like the wrestlers I like is because everything they do looks...
It's crisp.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like a crisp wrestler? Everything looks good. They sell things well. You know, they make you believe it's a fucking fight.
Yeah.
When you start exposing the business, then that's when you've got an issue.
There's not a lot of hiccups. There's not a lot of awkward things that happen in the ring with these guys.
There's a spot where Kenny wants to hit his rolling fireman's carry. When he says, "You can't escape," Juice gets out of it and says, "Oh, yes, I can." Very, very audibly. Omega stays on Robinson for a bit, keeps the offense going on, goes for a V-trigger, but gets cut off with a leg lariat that just about decapitated the man. It was a very, very pretty-looking leg lariat. Robinson reverses a one-winged angel into a roll, but this time, Kenny kicks out. So he will not be had, he will not be did, he will not be whatever else, bamboozled, whatever other fucking synonym you could come up with that. He kicks out of that. Omega once again goes for the one-winged angel, but gets out of it and takes the Juice gets out of the one-wing angel, I apologize. Takes the opportunity, while he's behind Kenny Omega, to chop block him. Okay? This is a man with the tagline, Heart and Honor. He just did a fucking chop block to a guy with a bad knee.
Very dishonorable, yes.
Super.
And he was met with quite some boos.
He was met with boos because the whole story of Juice Robinson is that he's just all about being a nice, I'm just happy to be here. I'm just a happy guy. I'm just a fucking happy dude. I love everyone here.
Yep.
The rats in Japan are nice. You know, I love fucking Japanese women. All this cool shit.
This is like, and I make a reference to this like every other show. This is like when Tanahashi versus Naito in the 2003 G1 Finals. He worked over Naito's
you should write a book about that.
That match was really fucking good. I really liked that match a lot.
So, yeah.
And it was the beginning of the whole setup for the Naito heel turn. But
so this spot right here really kind of made me wonder because they've been kind of protecting Juice Robinson's status as a very good guy. Very clean and wholesome babyface.
He hangs out with Taguchi Japan.
Absolutely.
Doing
nice
whatever
guy.
PG stuff that they do. They drink Cokes in a library or something.
Shoving guys' faces into Taguchi's asshole.
Yep.
The norm for stables. So the storyline that I'm confused with here is the fact that Juice Robinson's a very good, wholesome man. And I thought they were going to keep him wholesome. But it seems like, and much like Tanahashi's situation on the G1 Climax, is that at some point, you just say, fuck it.
Yeah.
You say, fuck it.
You could see the look on his face where he kind of felt a bit conflicted. But
no, fuck that. No. Listen.
You have to do what you have to do. This is his big shot.
Okay, so yeah, that's another thing I want to speak about. This fucker got up and he goes, oh man, I can't believe it. But on the inside, he's probably going, fuck you and your stupid knee, asshole. So when he gets up, he tries to pretend like that didn't just happen, and Don Callis obviously calls him out on it, and he goes, look at him, he's wondering why you just, he's trying to pretend like he's feeling bad about it. He didn't feel bad about it. He has a bad fucking knee. Of course you're gonna go after it. It's fucking Kenny Omega, okay? You're gonna go after his bad fucking knees, because, that's his arsenal.
That's what you should do. I mean, you should really, if your opponent has an injury, it's your job to exploit it and do the best you can to win.
Exactly. So after this, Juice just goes after the knee relentlessly. I mean, just over and over and over again. Crowd is starting to get all mad. They're like, man, this guy's such a prick. How could he do this to Kenny Omega? So crowd starts to turn on Juice because he's not displaying any sort of heart or honor in this situation. I was very disappointed with Juice. New Japan Pro Wrestling will be receiving an email very shortly on my behalf talking about this dishonorable bullshit that went down on my television. So Omega finally gets out of the clutches of Robinson, who just attacked the living shit out of his knee. So they're on the apron here, and Kenny's laying out on the apron, and Juice is on the outside. And I think he's going to do something else with his knees or something else with his legs. And while he's got him, Kenny just kind of like leg presses his ass into the guardrail as hard as humanly fucking possible. And if it wasn't for Juice Robinson's big fucking head of hair, he would have got a fucking concussion. Yeah. Okay? No doubt about it. This was the hardest lunge into the guardrail I've ever seen in my entire life. This guy fucking got killed. And like I said, if he didn't have a whole bunch of hair, this guy would have been in the hospital
concussed
right now. So,
maybe another subdural hematoma.
let's not make those jokes again. I wonder when he's coming back, by the way. I hope Shibata comes back
Me too.
Something. Do something, please.
Yeah.
So they get to the apron. They fight on the apron again. Have a little power struggle until Omega fucking superplexes this guy onto the floor from the apron. Yes. I'm not going to repeat that. It happened.
Yeah.
Okay? And it wasn't like a bullshit suplex. Juice Robinson landed flat on his fucking back.
Yeah.
On the outside. Now, if I was 40 years old, I'd be like, this is the worst fucking spot ever. Because you're just asking for a fucking tailbone injury.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm 25, and this is pretty goddamn cool. And it looks like it hurts a whole hell of a lot.
I don't think the age has anything to do with it.
I mean, there's people out there like that want to see more protected wrestling. A lot close to the chest, nothing stupid. This was extremely stupid, but it was extremely fucking painful to watch. And I guess that's the whole point of wrestling. But he gives this guy a fucking suplex to the outside. I don't think I've ever seen a guy get a fucking flat back suplex to a gentleman on the outside of the fucking ring. After this,
I feel like that's been a thing.
I don't remember anyone that did it this well. If it happened, it was kind of wonky or some shit like that. But I've never seen a perfect suplex from the apron to the outside. This was perfect.
Yeah.
Wasn't anything that had any flaws in it. So Omega hits a bunch of snapdragons to soften up the neck and back of Juice Robinson, obviously to set up the one-winged angel. After Juice unsuccessfully tries to get Omega up for a powerbomb of some sort, Juice clocks Omega with the first left hook of the entire match. I mean, he fucking drilled this guy.
That is a very aesthetically very good looking.
Very well done. Audible,
yeah.
Audio wise, the
aesthetically pleasing was the term I was looking for that I couldn't get out of my mouth. But yes, the audible looks good. It's such a good.
The acoustics on that punch,
yeah.
are very well done, I must say, by Mr. Robinson. So the crowd gets fucking super fired up for this. I mean, they were kind of like they were losing the crowd, but then Juice hit this fucking punch and just reinvigorated this crowd.
Yeah.
Juice hits 2 more. Crowd starts to fire up some more. Robinson hits Pulp Friction and flattens Omega. Okay, I mean this Omega did a fucking back was up on his head. He did a headstand. Yeah. Okay, after this shit, but Omega kicks out, and I did not know what to make of this. I went, holy shit.
According to Kevin Kelly, he was the first person to kick out of it.
The first person to kick out of the kill switch, unprettier,
but say the unpretty
friction. All the moves you can come up with, but no one's ever kicked out of it, apparently, when Juice Robinson has done it. So, not knowing what else to do after this, because that's literally the end game for Juice Robinson. Robinson goes up top to try for a super Pulp Friction, but Omega muscles him over, gets him on the shoulders, and yeah, gives him a fucking an avalanche one-winged angel. I just about lost it when I saw this spot.
Yeah.
I went, holy shit, that was awesome. So Omega drops him on his fucking ass, and you guessed it, he won the match. Because listen, if you can't kick out of the one-winged angel, you're damn sure ain't kicking out of a super one-winged angel.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that's
not
like
a shot.
That's like a super stunner. Okay.
Yeah.
Moves like this, it's like when it's hit originally, it's like a fucking atom bomb. When it's hit super or avalanche style, it's 2 fucking atom bombs.
Yeah.
There's just no recovery from this. And if Juice Robinson kicked out of this, he is essentially God.
Yeah.
Okay. There's no way he would be able to kick out of this. But Kenny Omega retains his title.
If he kicked out of it, he'd just be John Cena. Roman Reigns.
Roman's the guy now because Cena lost. But
yeah.
So Robinson unsuccessfully challenged, but looks very good in this match. I mean, came across like a champ, came across like a pro, and really took it to Kenny Omega. And Robinson definitely put his name in the hat here for some more title shots down the line, possibly an Intercontinental title shot. Who knows? But Juice Robinson definitely held up with Kenny fucking Omega here, and
he's a very legit professional wrestler,
extremely legit.
And I've been on the Juice bandwagon for a while now, but this definitely cements him as a top notch performer.
Dude's fucking good, man.
Yeah.
Dude's very good.
Yeah.
His gimmick is cool. You know, he's got the hair, he's got the looks, and he's got the ladies. So after the match, Omega's cutting a promo, and while he's doing this, they cut to the crowd and they cut to a little boy who has a sign that reads, "Kenny, you are my hero. I am rooting for you at Dominion in Osaka Joe Hall. It is September 28th. We are not at Dominion, kid."
Well, the rest of it's still true.
Yeah, sure.
That's probably why he has it. Yeah.
I imagine he just kept the sign. And he goes, "Who the fuck cares? No one can read this shit. Only Kenny could read it." It's still fucking hilarious. This kid, his 5-year-old kid, or he has parents, I assume. His parents go, "Looks good," so he brings it to the fucking show, and Kenny's like, "Well, all right, kid. Yeah, high five, my man. High fucking five. Cool." So after that, Kenny cuts a promo, talks about, how he's the man, etc., etc., etc. I don't know if you saw this part. Did you turn it off after this?
No, I actually watched the whole thing, yeah.
Okay. So we get to the back Okay, I really want to talk about this.
Oh, the back part? No, I just watched promo.
Oh, just the promo?
Yeah.
Okay, even better.
I forget that they do that at the end.
Yeah, if you don't watch after the match, there's a bunch of shit, like the there's a post-match interview and all this other bullshit. So, we get to the back. Kenny's, he's at the table, at the interview table. Coors Light properly displayed, which is fucking awesome, by the way, that Coors Light is sponsoring wrestling promotion.
The banquet beer. Well, it's Coors Original, but still.
So Kenny's, talking about the victory and whatnot, and out comes from the right side of the screen, Yoshihashi.
What?
And I swear to God, if anyone is listening to my voice and you did not see this segment, go back. Watch, Anthony, you too. Watch this. This shit was so cringe because it's Yoshi fucking Hashi, okay?
Was he like trying to speak English or something?
No. He comes out. He talks in Japanese. He tries to speak English. Kenny goes, no, in Japanese. No, speak to me in Japanese. Tell me what you want to say. Don't fucking struggle through this. Like, tell me now, because we got to get this over with.
Yeah.
So, basically, in Japanese, he tells them, he wants a shot at the bell, blah, 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 blah. So, next challenger, everybody, is Yoshihashi, if you didn't figure it out already. So, then they stand up to do the obligatory face-off. And Yoshi is just, like, so awkward, man. Like, so fucking awkward. Like, usually guys would come up, they'd slam the table. Like Cody with Okada. Remember that shit? Cody comes over, slams the fucking table, throws some
spills
beer,
the Coors.
spills the fucking Coors, spills it. Gato went fuck at the top of his lungs. All this great shit happened. It was a good challenge on Cody's part, okay? Yoshi comes over. I swear to God, okay? He's just, and this is exactly kind of like his tone and how he sounded. Kenny, Can I have a shot at the belt? Like, he's afraid to fucking do it. He's there. What are you, like, speak to him like a man. He comes over and he's just so fucking cringy and awkward. And he's like,
maybe he's shy. Maybe he's got a hard time approaching people.
hey, how long has he been in this company?
Doesn't matter, man. Maybe
Give me stop. Yoshihashi's been with this company too fucking long and with big chaos. Too many fucking DVDs that I know what the fuck he's doing already. So he comes over, very awkwardly, very fucking cringy feeling, and he's just like, Kenny, the belt and shit. Yeah, me, you, one-on-one match wrestling. Remember that? Kenny goes, okay, Yoshi, guess you're gonna have your match. Kenny stands up. Yoshi puts a gun to his head because he's the headhunter.
Yeah.
Does this, and he goes, no. That's my fucking pose, asshole. So he does it to him. And like Yoshi pushes it away, and I think Kenny almost wanted to laugh because he couldn't take this very serious. It was a joke. It was like a fucking joke. Like Kenny Omega could not take it seriously that Yoshi fucking Hashi wanted to fight him for the belt. So Kenny almost breaks out in laughter, but he covers it up very nicely. It's apparent that he's about to fucking like break out in laughter about this. And instead of a guy challenging another guy, and then it's like a face off, and it's like, well, fuck that guy. I'm gonna kick his ass in the next pay-per-view. Kenny just goes, all right, get out of here. Here's a beer on me. See you later. Get out of here. Kenny Omega literally made Yoshihashi look like he was just a fucking run-of-the-mill jobber.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of is.
He is. But yeah, everybody, it was cringy and it was really fucking uncomfortable. But that was your post-match interview with Kenny Omega with Yoshihashi interfering to put his name in the hat for the United States title. Why? I have no fucking clue. Yoshi hasn't done anything like notable, but I guess that's the storyline heading into the next show, which is King of Pro Wrestling.
Which will be in next
October
weekend.
9th.
Yeah.
October 9th.
Or next Monday. Or not this Monday, but next Monday.
Is it the weekend?
It's not a week. I think it's a Monday, I think.
But after Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So we're done with Comic-Con when that happens.
Yeah.
So yeah, everybody, that was your very small review for Destruction in Kobe. A bunch of other tag matches. You know how it goes. If you watch New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's just a bunch of tag matches, a bunch of stuff going on with people that are fighting each other eventually. All leading to the King of Pro Wrestling event, which is a fucking stacked event. I mean, very stacked looking card here. We have the IWGP Junior Tag Team titles with Yusuke Taguchi and Ricochet, known as the Funky Future, going up against, we don't know, Roppongi 3K guys. That's all we know. We don't know who the fuck they are. We don't know what's happening yet. We have another tornado match with the tag teams again. we have the fourth match.
Oh, all three of them are going to be in it.
Again, so Archer and Davey Boy will defend their titles for the first time in the fourth installment of how many fucking spots can we do?
Yeah.
And we have a bunch of other tag matches going on here. We have Will Ospreay going up against Kushida, Naito versus Ishii for the briefcase, and final match, Evil versus Kazuchika Okada for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. So that should be a good one. So we have got a lot of stuff going.
That sounds pretty loaded.
Very loaded. I cannot believe I'm saying this, but I can't wait for Evil and Okada because Evil is awesome. And
that match is going to be legit.
That match will be fucking legit because they had an awesome match. I can't wait for it. So look forward to that, everybody. And guess we're moving on to NXT. So if you're not into NXT stuff, that's when you chime out.
Yep. If we had a bigger production here, we'd have like NXT theme music or something. Or the fucking
Resistance.
Yeah.
Evidence. I don't know what the fuck they say.
Or the Solid Monster fucking thing where the guy talks about watching NXT in his underwear or whatever.
Yeah. So now we're looking forward to some NXT stuff. We have NXT 412 here, which aired on September 20th. So we're going to combine 412 and 413 here because we missed out on last week's episode thanks to Tyson Touloud, who just can't communicate with his own friends.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, fuck him.
We have Johnny Gargano versus Tino fucking Sabatelli, and the week before this, Johnny faced off against Riddick Moss.
Yeah.
So what I've gathered here from Johnny Gargano and Tino Sabatelli on this edition of NXT is the fact that Sabatelli doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He has a really good-looking body.
Yeah.
Really solid look for this guy.
Not a bad talker.
No, but not a bad talker. What?
What?
Not a bad talker?
I didn't think he was awful.
Listen, dude.
I don't remember what he said, but I remember his line delivery at least being.
If this guy had a fucking plush doll that you squeeze to get some voice lines out of him, it would be the same shit. You're not on our level.
Well, yeah.
Fuck you, Johnny.
It's generic. I look more so at line delivery and believability of what you say.
Here's the thing. You can have good delivery and a believability and all that stuff but when you just like don't do anything with it, there's an issue.
How much is that the fault of him and how much is that the fault of the writers, though?
Well, it's him because he didn't feel believable in this entire fucking match. But Johnny Gargano was sporting a fucking six-pack that I've never seen in my entire life. I mean, I don't know what's going on with Adam Cole and Johnny Gargano, but these guys are lean, mean, fucking vegan machines. Because Johnny Gargano is fucking shredded. I don't know what the hell this guy's on. He is definitely not married to a woman that cooks cupcakes.
I was about to say, he's probably not eating any of Candace's cupcakes.
Those cupcakes are made of water or fucking thin air. Because ain't nothing that he's eating that are cupcakes these days. I don't think that guy's had a single calorie since like for a year going on probably. So Sabatelli talked mostly bullshit this entire match. Says he's not on the level like I mentioned before. And the funniest thing about this entire match is that Johnny Gargano would hit this guy with punches and Tino Sabatelli sold these punches like he was being blown away by like a 750 turbine. Like it was blowing him away. Like when guys get punched, they just do this weird thing where they just, they kind of flinch their neck or whatever. This guy was wailing his fucking arms around like he was falling off of a building.
Yeah.
It was so ridiculous, so cartoony. But later on in the match, Gargano goes for a slingshot off the apron. Sabatelli catches him, hits a power slam. The natural progression for a power slam is what? When you get a power slam, what do you do right afterwards?
I don't know. Pin your opponent?
Exactly. Yeah. Go for a fucking pinfall. What does Tino Sabatelli do? He goes for the natural progression of the pinfall, but after the power slam, he just gets up and goes, yeah, Johnny, yeah. I'm like, okay, dude, I guess you're not wrestling today. I guess we're just going to cut promos. Promo school didn't end back there. Promo school's out here, too. So that was the story of this match. Tino's weird, and Johnny beats him with the Gargano escape, makes him tap out, and that's it. So Johnny will gets the victory over the two guys that are just dudes with bodies, man.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Ex-football players.
If anything, I'd pick Riddick Moss a little bit over Tino Sabatelli. Tino looks good. He has great tan, but that's it. When you sell like you're being blown away, I don't know how much I can believe it. Then we have probably Tyson Touloud, if he was here, his favorite segment. We have Sonya Deville saying that Asuka was dodging her the whole time.
Yeah, because that's true.
Saying that Asuka, the only reason why Asuka was undefeated is because she never faced Sonya Deville. Says how Now that she's gone, she'll go after the belts. And if anyone has an issue, they can put their hair up and square up.
That would make sense if she put like on great matches beforehand.
If she did
And
anything
Asuka
of
didn't
importance.
and Asuka didn't put up good matches, but every Asuka match was pretty good usually, and none of her matches were noteworthy. So that is not believable at all. And the fact that anyone would actually believe that is silly, and why they thought that anyone would believe that was silly.
The fact that anyone would say this, like, ever, who the fuck says this?
Yeah. It takes you out of the moment when any fucking jobber or fucking greenhorn says that like the champion dodged them or hasn't faced them yet. That's why they're still champion. It's so unbelievable. Like, yeah.
I mean, my God, that tagline though, man. Who wrote that shit?
Put your hair up and square up.
Whoever wrote this line, honest to God, like I don't even think got into a slap fight with anybody. There's no fucking way. You would never say that in a fight. You would get your ass handed to you rather quickly. So we have Bianca Belair versus Lacey Evans. Bianca Belair coming off the Mae Young Classic. Her gimmick here is the whole hair thing that she has going on for her, which is not a bad gimmick. It's pretty goddamn new. I've never seen anyone do it.
I thought
before.
it was silly at first, but I'm on board.
Hey, man, when it's done right, it's done right. Let's just put it that way. So during this match, well, first of all, the match itself was not bad at all. Solid match between these two. Lacey Evans, obviously a little, kind of getting there.
Yeah.
Bianca's, I think, there.
Yeah.
She's not, like, perfect or nothing, but she's definitely way better than a lot of the newer people that came across after the Mae Young Classic. But Lacey Evans, I remember her doing something similar to Alexa Bliss's insult to injury, which I fucking hate. I hate that move with, like, a raging passion. I just hate moves that are not impactful. She did this thing where it was, like, she dropped her with a neck breaker and then did, like, a weird rolling, like, backflip thing on the mat and then, like, landed on her. Like a... I don't even know how to describe it.
I don't know, dude. It's a week ago. I don't remember.
Okay, well, she did it. It was stupid, and I don't like these moves.
I don't understand how you don't like the insult to injury. It's a fantastic move. She's at very high velocity, dropping double knees onto your chest.
There's no acoustic.
Because it doesn't go.
Yes.
That's the reason?
Yes, there's no audible. If I'm watching fucking wrestling, okay, a super kick hurts like hell because I hear it. I hear it connecting. Okay, whether it be a slap.
Not the fact that it's that they're selling a foot to the face, a kick to the face.
If the person receiving like slammed the mat or something, or like made it audible that it hurt, or some sort of impact, but when it just happens and all I hear is I don't know. I can't buy it. I just don't like it.
It's knees getting dropped on your ribs. You should understand that fucking hurts.
No.
And if they did make a noise, that would be unbelievable because.
It'd be more believable than not doing it now.
No, it wouldn't.
When it's not.
If it happened in real life, which it obviously is there, it's not making a noise. It's not hitting the mat.
Hearing someone just go oof is not selling it to me. I have to hear the impact of some sort.
But then you make it unbelievable. A lot of these moves that they sell with fucking leg slaps are unbelievable because
most of wrestling's unbelievable. If you kick someone in the face, it's not going to make a move. It's not going to make
what I'm saying, yeah.
sound. So
But you're saying it's more believable if they do the more unbelievable thing. That doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely, yes. Because you're selling violence to me.
You just don't get that audible satisfaction of like that I heard that it hurt.
Yes, that's what I need. I need that in order for it to come across for me. God,
I don't know. I think that's silly.
Well, you're silly. How about that? She brought to life, Bianca Belair brought to life this otherwise dead fucking crowd when she did speaking of audible, whipped the fuck out of Lacey Evans. I mean, it was the loudest crack I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, louder than lightning. This shit was so audible and sent a fucking shatter throughout the entire fucking arena. And when she hit her with that shit, she dropped her with a reverse powerbomb, and that's it. Bianca Belair picks up the win over Lacey Evans. I was shocked because Lacey Evans is like, I don't know, it feels like she's the Triple H standout over here. The blue chip player here in NXT for the women's division, but I don't like her gimmick and I don't care. Like, I don't know, her theme sucks. Like,
Lacey Evans?
Lacey's not a bad in-ring worker and she's got a good look and all that stuff, but the pinup girl gimmick,
I don't mind it.
No, don't.
It's a bit cartoony, but I don't mind it.
The theme's got to go. It's just someone singing.
I don't remember what it is, but I don't remember it being offensive.
No, there's just nothing to it. There's no beat. There's no rhythm. It's just someone like singing and all this stuff. You would bet she would.
Well, if there was no beat or rhythm, it wouldn't be music.
What? It was acapella then. It's just acapella, and it's not really selling me on her.
I'm pretty sure there's music behind it.
Maybe there is, but the beginning of it doesn't have any music. There's nothing that starts it off that's very exciting.
The misuse of the term beat. All music consists of beats, even a cappella.
There's no instruments. How about that?
Yes.
I need more instruments in my theme songs.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You know what? How about this? Here's a pitch. How about we just have like airplanes flying? Just go meow, whoa, and hey, like she's a pinup girl. They were on the planes, back in the day during the war. So I mean, hey, or just have a bunch of fucking sound clips from Stalingrad. I don't fucking know, something. Give her something. That theme is terrible.
I have even more of an appreciation for the pinup gimmick after I watched Saga of Tanya the Evil, which is an anime based on like an alternate version of like World War I with mages. So that era, even
World War One with mages.
If you're an anime fan and you haven't seen Saga of Tanya the Evil, watch it. It was pretty fucking good.
So the next segment we have is, I put it here as the headline here in my notes, Aleister Black in a fucking suit. Now, Aleister Black has been a gentleman who has just been coming out, candles and demonic shit, and just feels like he just, listens to Marilyn Manson all fucking day long, and sits in a fucking satanic circle.
Don't be that stereotypical and say Marilyn Manson. Marilyn Manson is fucking trash. If he's gonna do that whole gimmick, there's way better music out there.
The bias.
Marilyn Manson is fucking trash.
The biased hate towards Marilyn Manson creeping out here.
Fucking garbage, dude.
So my gripe with this, I mean, you could look at it two ways. I mean, one, you could look at the positive here is that he has to talk at some point because it is WWE. Yeah. They need people that could talk. If you're not a talking head, you don't sell tickets. That's kind of their gimmick. I mean, you could sell tickets, but
I wish with the whole demonic thing, he would have come out with like a more special, like dark getup, like if for any ICW fans, like kind of like a Legion thing, like a Mikey Whiplash thing. Or
here's the thing: when you promoted this guy as a like devil worshiper, let's just say it like that. There's nothing else. There's no really way around it. As this devil worshiping gimmick, and he wears black and he kicks people's heads off and all this stuff. And then all of a sudden, he knows how to shop at J. Crew? Give me a fucking break, dude. Like, he knows how to fucking put on a dress suit? Like, why? Like, why didn't he just come out?
At least it was black, though.
He could, you know what? This would have been the only time that I would have ever said this guy should have just came out in his wrestling gear. Because that's as far as he can get away with it, right?
Yeah.
Other than that, you got to wear your fucking stupid suits. But when you're trying to sell me a gimmick, then there's no reason for a fucking suit. Okay? Bobby Roode, perfect in a suit.
Yeah.
Okay? I wouldn't even say Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre's like a Lucky Jeans type of guy, okay? Adam Cole, maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. But the suit is for guys who have like these corporate gimmicks. When you put everybody in a fucking suit, it's really awkward. Like, I get it. I totally get it's a corporation, everybody. Let's not like, I don't want people to say, oh, well, WB, da. I get it, okay? But wear a fucking tracksuit then. Do something. Like, why do we have to wear suits?
Tracksuits they're strictly reserved for the Eastern European gimmick.
I guess if you're not squatting, you don't have to wear a tracksuit. I'm sorry, but it's just
Adidas tracksuits only.
But it's a demonic fucking gimmick. When the fuck does Satan have time to go shopping?
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any fucking sense. He wouldn't give a shit. Okay, he should have just went out there in a tank top and like, I don't know, a fucking beat up wife beater or something. I don't know. He should have went as Diablo. I don't fucking care. Something.
Or like some like really like black leathery, like fucking really dark gimmick.
A biker jacket. He should have came out as Ghost Rider.
Insanity, you got you muddy the waters there.
No, I should have came out as Ghost Rider. Okay, full on flaming head, something related to being satanic. But being in a suit is not very satanic. So he comes out, speaks for the first time, by the way. Talks about his journey to NXT. Says, the scars on his body, referencing his tattoos. They're all, tell a story and all this stuff. And when he's about to get into it, here comes Patrick fucking Clark, the Velveteen Dream. Now, I don't even know where to go with this. This was very, very weird on so many different levels. Weird in a good way.
I would say it was kind of supposed to be.
Not in a bad way at all. Very weird in a good way. So Dream comes out, and he starts mentioning things about how Aleister Black has been in the darkness, and he's the light to his darkness, and all this sort of weird shit. He gets in the ring, says that he knows that Aleister has a heart in there. He just needs to feel emotion or some shit like that. It's really weird, really fucking awkward.
He needs to search his feelings.
I'm thinking to myself, they're gonna kiss. I don't know where this there's no other way this could go. They're gonna fucking make out in the middle of the ring. Like there's no end game here other than that. So Alistair, having enough of this bullshit, kicks the mic out of Mr. Clark's hands. I will refer to him as Patrick Clark. I will not refer to this guy as the Velveteen Dream. And he sits down, does a little pose thing in the middle of the ring, and then Patrick decides to get on his level and get down on his fucking knees. And that is when the entire crowd thought this guy was going to, like, give him a blowjob because the whole crowd went apeshit. They were like, oh, my God, woohoo! Like, the women loved it. Like, the women, listen, Velveteen Dream, his gimmick, me personally, I like his gimmick because it's very Goldust-esque, where it pushes the envelope, pushes a man's, makes a man kind of question himself because this guy's doing all sorts of weird shit that you're not comfortable with. And what weirder situation could you have than Velveteen Dream, who's a very, eccentric gentleman, you know? Very, very, comes across as very metrosexual, maybe even homosexual.
Yeah, a bit of flamboyancy.
And he's trying to approach a gentleman who, like, wears makeup for a living. So, I mean, and lights candles all the time. It's a very different dynamic here going on with these two. But crowd loved it at the end, and we'll see where this goes because it got a whole hell of a lot crispier on this segment here. We have Lars Sullivan versus No Way Jose. Match was basically 50-50 because you can't have No Way Jose getting his ass whipped because he's the star. He's a star here.
No, he's not.
He's a star
When's
here.
the last time No Way Jose was relevant?
He's a star here in NXT, everybody. Remember that. No Way Jose is a star because of his gimmick and his music. And
I say no way to that.
So Sullivan beats him with a diving headbutt and then a high angle power slam. Beats him, and that's how he beats Jose, and that's about it. So we have Mustache Mountain versus Kyle O'Reilly and Bob Fish. And shout out to Chuck Taylor for that one.
Is that Bob Fish?
So this fucking match, man, this was a lot of hype, man. This is Mustache fucking Mountain going up against Red Dragon. And I don't remember when these fuckers even faced off on the indies, but this is a big time. I mean, this is a match that could draw.
I'm pretty sure they haven't.
If they haven't, this was all the better because this match could easily go on a pay-per-view or NXT TakeOver event, even a pay-per-view, whatever they want to do. This is a big time money match here.
You have 4 phenomenal workers in one ring together.
Yeah, and 2 good tag teams.
Yeah, 2 tag teams that also have history with each other, that are very cohesive.
Yeah,
especially Red Dragon.
And I just want to take this opportunity to say that I believe that Tyler Bates is making advances on Liv Morgan.
I'm pretty sure they're already a thing. Yeah.
Good for you, my friend. Yeah. Good for you, my friend.
Trying to be wiener cousins with Enzo Amore.
I don't know. Tyler Bates, Enzo Amore. Who's the better man here? I think Mr. Tyler Bates is. And he's 20 years old. Yeah. Dude's a stud.
I know.
Great fucking legs, and he's banging Liv Morgan. Good for the guy. My God.
Well, I mean, he's a good looking dude, so.
Great mustache too. Yeah.
And a phenomenal wrestler. He might be probably in my top. He's probably in my top 10.
So we saw a little bit of in this match. Now that you say that, saw a little bit of O'Reilly and Bate. This could be a really good fucking match. Yeah. Both men are very, very good wrestlers. Yeah. So when I had this, when I saw they did a sequence in the beginning, and I was like, man, if this had 30 fucking minutes, we could get a lot of these guys.
Because they're both my 2 favorite styles. Like Tyler Bate, the British World of Sport style, which has elements in the British strong style, and then Kyle O'Reilly has that more submission, grappling, MMA based. I love those 2 styles.
Yeah, so if WWE ever wants a money match, or Triple H, I guess, here in NXT wants a good money match, this is your money match, man. Tyler Bate and Bob Fish. and Bobby's not bad, too. Bobby's fucking slouch himself.
Bobby Fish is a really underrated wrestler. He's really good.
We saw him and Jay Lethal go at it a couple months ago. They had a fucking great match at, I believe it was Vegas. I think the 14th or 15th anniversary show for Ring of Honor. But great match, by the way. Bobby Fish is a very good fucking very good fucking wrestler. Don't sleep on his ass. So for a good portion of this match, 7 took a lot of the beating. So Bate and 7 got a lot of heat on Fish and O'Reilly here. Kyle and Fish hit the WWE version of Chasing the Dragon, which is essentially just a roundhouse kick into a suplex, not a brain buster anymore.
It's essentially the
same shit. Yeah. So if anyone has an issue with this spot, I mean, come on. It's the same fucking move. Cole then distracts Tyler Bate on the apron, takes him out of the match with a fucking hard super kick. Crowd loved it. Kyle and Fish hit total elimination on Trent Seven in the middle of the ring. And Bob Fish gets a 3 count here on Trent Seven, and that is it. Mustache Mountain gets eliminated or knocked off here. Whatever ranking system that they're going to work with here in NXT, because it's just they come in, they go, they come back, they go away again. So this did a lot to advance the Undisputed's reign here as taking over NXT, the new era, I suppose. So after this, McIntyre comes out in jeans and fresh out of the tanning salon. This dude was just fucking tanned right to his head, right to the top of his forehead, and comes off to chase off the Undisputed, who then go into the crowd, and then right behind them is waiting Sanity, who decide to help Drew McIntyre. And
yeah, I thought Sanity were heels.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Not after this shit, because they chased off the all 3 of these guys and made them, I guess, run the other way as opposed to this way.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird. It's like, this entrance is blocked off. Sorry, guys. Go that way. But yeah, the lasting image of this show was Sanity looking strong in front of Drew McIntyre holding his belt up. So that was the story going into at the end of this show, I suppose.
Yeah.
Very awkward, but yeah, Sanity, full-fledged fucking baby faces, I guess. So now we move on to the current NXT that happened yesterday, which was September 27th, 2017, NXT 413. Regal begins the show by announcing that there will be a fatal 4-way match for the vacated women's championship at NXT TakeOver Houston, and Kairi Sane is automatically in that match. So the other 3, who knows? Definitely not Ember Moon.
We'll be seeing a series of matches to determine who will make it in.
Definitely not Ember Moon. Definitely not Ruby Riott. Definitely not Nikki Cross. Those are my picks.
Yeah.
There's no one else. Who else can you put? Liv Morgan? Give me a fucking break.
They might stick a newbie in there for
newbie purposes?
Yeah.
No. Fuck that. So after this, Sanity come out.
Or not newbie, but like a lower tier.
I guess. Sanity come out. They come out of through the ring or through the crowd because they're way too cool for the rampway. And you would imagine they were going to beat somebody up or like gang up on someone. Nope, they just came out so Eric Young could say that he's going to he wants to let Adam Cole know that they wrote the book on chaos around here and he's going to kick his ass later on, and that's it.
Yeah.
So Eric Young hyping up the match with Adam Cole later on in the night. We saw Lars Sullivan versus Loney Orkin, I was going to say. Oni Lorcan.
I do that. I used to do that all the time. I'm better about it now. Yeah.
Loney Orkin. So
they both sound right.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like a bad name either. So Oni Lorcan versus Lars Sullivan here. Man, this was a tough guy, bald guy match.
I was actually pretty stoked when I saw this. Yeah.
2 tough fucking bald guys going at it here. And boy, they went the fuck at it. So basically what's been going on with Lars Sullivan is like he's getting 50-50 booking out of these guys lately. He's graduated from squashing fucking nobodies.
Squashing his tag team partner.
He's graduated from squashing his tag team partner to squashing random dudes on his own to now going 50-50 with established guys, which is not bad. You got to make him look strong, but...
And for a big guy, I actually kind of like him.
Lars Sullivan is awesome.
Yeah. I don't usually like big guys like that, but I like him. I like Heavy Machinery, yeah.
Wonderful music. I love his bad guy. Like, his fucking scary music is awesome. He's got a great look. Dude's fucking jacked.
Yeah.
I mean, he just looks terrifying, and it's perfect. It's perfect. Dude's name's Lars. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Lars is a legit name.
So this match was awesome. Lorcan didn't get too much offense, but when he did, he slapped the shit out of Sullivan a whole bunch of times. He went for a tope to the outside, almost knocked down Sullivan with a flying European uppercut.
I love that, fucking Lorcan gets exclusively put in these kind of matches, these hard hitting kind of matches.
You know what? Only Lorcan for a guy who hasn't really done much in terms of belts, he's putting on a lot of lower tier matches and looking good.
Super glorified enhancement, pretty much.
Very glorified enhancement.
I don't think is that bad of a thing.
It's not a terrible gimmick. I mean, if you told me that I was having great matches with everybody and getting my ass whipped at the end of the day, but I still put up a fight, nothing to be ashamed of.
People still care about him, you know.
And and you could say he's a good hand, but that would that'd be going too far. He's just a good guy who loses. Like,
Yeah.
he's a good wrestler that he just happens to lose. That's
I would
about it.
say he's a good hand. I mean, he does lack in the
Winning category?
well, not the winning category, but all the other stuff. He's a really solid wrestler. He's a great worker.
He doesn't have a gimmick that'll make him a champion, like a top tier. Like,
Yeah, that's why I'd say he's a good hand.
but he's a tough dude.
Yeah.
And he'll give you a fight. And that's what you want to see as,
Yeah.
when it comes to wrestling and competition, I
Yeah.
suppose. So Sullivan slams Lorcan to kill him at the end of this. And the story here is like, and this was with Jose too, was that Oni did his flying European uppercut. Jose, I believe, did like a drop kick or something like that, or like a flying cross body. They could not knock down Lars Sullivan. So that's the story here. No one's taken him off his feet yet. So that's going to be the thing going into later on down the line on future episodes.
Yeah.
So he kills Lorcan with a slam, and he goes for a second heaping of ass whipping on Oni Lorcan. But then Danny Burch comes out to save Oni Lorcan here. So I assume they're going to be a tag team.
They'll be a
later on
tag
down the
team,
line.
which is sweet because I'm a big fan of Danny Burch from the UK tournament. So
I'm glad Danny's still around.
Yeah.
Danny's real good.
Who was like the OG NXT glorified enhancement talent?
Dude had parachute fucking pants, and now he's a real man wearing
Yeah.
fucking trunks. So he comes out to save his old buddy Oni Lorcan here and chases him off, and Lars is like,
They're gonna be doing the
Dusty?
the classic soon, right? That's why, yeah.
Yep.
That's what I figured this was gonna lead up to. Yeah.
Time to partner up, everybody.
Yep.
Find a partner, let's do this. So Danny saves him, assuming that him and Lars Sullivan will go at it in the future, because... if there's one thing Lars Sullivan loves, if he likes beating up one bald guy, he'll love beating up another bald guy.
This time with an accent.
3 bald guys in the middle of the ring. Can't get enough of it. So backstage, Kayla Braxton interviews Ruby Riott about the whole Nikki Cross situation. And the reason why I want to talk about this is because she interviewed her in the locker room.
Yeah.
What a fucking shock. What a revelation. An interview in, of all places, the locker room.
Not in some random spot backstage.
No, not in front of some Titantron. Not
Yeah.
in front of some fucking television where no one wants to be. Like,
Yeah.
no one goes for anything otherwise. This was cool. I appreciate the locations of these fucking interviews.
I couldn't stop staring at her fucking nameplate on her locker
yeah.
and how like stereotypical fucking
How girly it was.
or how stereotypically edgy it was with like the bones and shit.
If Ruby Riott was not a wrestler for NXT and in developmental, she would definitely be a Hot Topic manager, probably writing on some more shit. So that's probably why she's very good at that stuff. Interviews her, basically asking her about what's been going on with Nikki. Ruby says they aren't friends, but if she shows up while she's fighting Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, then she will not be opposed to it. But she better not fucking touch me. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
No. Hey, if she wants to help me, whatever. If she doesn't, fuck her then. That's pretty much what's been going on. Then we have Heavy Machinery versus Patrick Scott and Demetrius Bronson. Demetrius Bronson.
You remembered their names?
Yes.
That's insane.
There's a reason why I remember them. Because I have a thing to say about both men. Patrick Scott. Best fucking jobber ever. This guy, okay, usually jobbers, they just look scared and they get bumped and they kind of have this pale fucking look. Patrick Scott was terrified this whole fucking match. He was so cartoonish, so animated, and it was awesome, okay? If you're a fucking jobber, this is what you want to do. You want to make an impact, right? Well, this is how you do it, okay, everybody? This guy was animated, and he looked like he was fucking shitting himself, and it was wonderful, and I loved it. And he was trained by Steve Carino.
Yeah.
Probably how he got there. Now, Demetrius Bronson.
Yeah, I remember. That's all I remember about him, is that he was trained by Carino and he has like 4 years experience.
Yes.
And then Bronson's the football player.
But this guy, if they give Patrick Scott another chance, I will not be opposed to it. This guy looked good. He felt good as a jobber, and you know what? He had emotion and he had personality, and that was fine. So perfect for him. Demetrius Bronson, former NFL player. I think he played like 2 years in the NFL with the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Practice squad guy.
Highly touted running back, they say.
Highly touted. And you know what? I'm so fucking glad we're here because this guy, I've got his Wikipedia page ready to go.
Oh, yeah?
Okay?
What's his real name, by the way?
Demetrius Bronson.
Oh, wow. They actually legit let him keep his name.
His real name.
Well, I guess he's a jobber, so why not?
So Bronson went from Kent, Washington. So he went to University of Washington here. And his college football career didn't do too much. I mean, they said he was highly touted.
Yeah.
Just a dude.
Was he an undrafted player?
Was he undrafted? No, I think he got drafted by the Seahawks. Professional. Was not invited to the qualifying combine or selected in the 2014 NFL draft. So undrafted.
He was an undrafted signee. Yep. Okay.
Undrafted signee. But,
hey man, so was fucking Danny Woodhead.
So Bronson, looking at these stats here for him, his star ratings was only a 3-star rating in college. The numbers, I'm trying to find the numbers here, but I can't find anything about his numbers. So whatever. But highly touted, I don't know about that. Maybe good. I would say good. Better than me.
If this is NCAA football 2012, I wouldn't be sinking all my fucking points into trying to recruit him.
Says here at the University of Washington, he played seldom. Did not see action in 2010, but spent 2009 as a backup tailback. He had 19 carries for 89 yards. Transferred to Eastern Washington University. So, just a dude. A dude who played some football, and then he was on the practice squad for the Seahawks. So, Nigel, highly touted. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
So, Demetrius Bronson, let me just say one thing. If you are going up against heavy machinery in a match where you're featured, by the way, okay? This is your big spot right here, right? Patrick Scott, did great for himself. Demetrius Bronson came out in, pants that, the Godfather would wear. Why? I don't know. Was he a big fan? Probably. He loved the Ho Train as a kid. But don't fucking do it. When you're in developmental, dude. Why? You look like a pimp. He looked like a pimp. Why he did this, I have no idea. But anyways, you know how the story goes, everybody. Bronson got 2 fucking drop kicks in this match. Other than that, Heavy Machinery got all of their shit in. Dojovic did this thing where he swung his legs like a pendulum style, then dropped a fucking elbow on Patrick Scott or maybe Bronson, who knows. And then they did the compactor to Patrick Scott while Bronson was at the bottom, and this was fucking awesome. They dropped this motherfucker on another motherfucker, and it was beautiful. The compactor is the best move in wrestling.
I'm surprised they did that after the whole Super Collider incident.
Well, it's not really unsafe. You're just fall away slamming another guy onto another fucking dude. Their heads never collided.
But I mean, it has the possibility of going wrong. Like the Super Collider, you could have said the same thing about that.
Yeah, but it's hard to fuck up because it got the bottom. All he's gonna do is brace for it, and nothing's gonna be wrong. It's just a lot of weight.
But if the guy who drops him in the wrong spot,
well, yeah,
it's hard to react.
The worst that could happen is the dude that's getting dropped gets his ass. The dude at the bottom gets an ass in his face, but I don't know how else.
Or another face in his face.
Yeah, but the compactor is not. It's a fall-away slam, so you're taking the guy's back. So you never see his face.
I guess.
And you'll never hit the head because you're just dropping him flat. So it's a good move. Like I said, the most you'll get out of the dude is maybe his tailbone, but
I guess.
Come on. His ass, maybe you'll get a face full of ass. That's as much as you'll get from that. But this was awesome, and yeah. Heavy Machinery still fucking rules. Let's just put it that way. So we see Regal outside talking to some press. So Gargano walks by and tells Johnny that after some heavy consideration, he's going to give him Cien Almas once again.
I feel like if this were any other sport press conference, that would be taken care of. After this press conference, he could just call him on a cell phone and be like, "Hey man, you've got this match," instead of, "Hey, stop the presses here, stop the press conference so we can show this thing on camera."
Yeah.
I feel that was a bit forced.
This hush hush hiss. Hey, don't want the camera to catch this, but you're gonna get a match with Almas. But I do like how Regal said to Gargano. He says, after heavy consideration.
Yeah.
So basically, Johnny beat 2 fucking green as hell dudes in the middle of the ring who are way bigger than him, and now he's got a shot at Almas again. That was it. That was his consideration. He didn't go through a tournament. He didn't win the Battle of Los Angeles. He didn't jump.
Well, if you had to win the Battle of Los Angeles to get to Almas, that's
an issue.
Yeah,
because Almas ain't worth that much.
No,
but it was just the fact that he just beat 2 fucking dudes who were just assholes, and that's about it. But because they're former football players, all right, you got Almas again, and you know what? I retract any of the statements because it's fucking Almas. You know what? If you would have ate a cracker, you would have been certified to fight him. So whatever. Then we get a Roderick Strong promo, and once again, Christy St. Cloud is backstage and asks Roddy how he's preparing for his match next week with Drew McIntyre.
Galloway, yeah,
with
McIntyre.
I
still have to fight the urge
for the belt, and basically saying how are you preparing for this? Now, the reason why I wanted to mention where this was, it was at the fucking gym. Oh my god. They go to gyms. They're fucking wrestlers. Perfect place for a fucking interview. Yes. People go... Interviews need to be conducted at random fucking places that people go to. If Roddy was at a fucking Whataburger, go to the Whataburger. Catch him off guard. Hey, Roddy, how's that fucking burger treating you? By the way, how are you? I see how you're preparing for that match with McIntyre. You eat a lot of bullshit. But anyways, how you feeling, big fella? Like, things that feel organic. You know what I'm saying? Not the fucking Titantron like gimmick. Like, this shit is so lame. It's so fucking unrealistic. Well, the fact that Chrissy St. Cloud took the time to go to the Performance Center, good for her too. They're really these girls. They're on the hunt.
Yeah,
they'll find you if you're pumping gas. Interview, motherfucker, get over here. So that's the intriguing part about these women. So Roddy talks about how it's taken this long for him to get to this point. Says Drew doesn't have the tenacity to compete with him, and then he does something super awesome. Looks into the camera, and this guy just fucking went off about how the best business is personal business and all this, or the best kind of business is the personal kind. And this was awesome. Like, I love Roddy's promos, and lately he's been getting really fucking good.
I don't know. Every time I hear him speak, man, I just can't help but think of when Excalibur and Kevin Steen and Chuck Taylor just make fun of how he talks.
Yeah, well, PWG is a good time for Roddy. But Roderick Strong, man, I liked this promo because you know what? I don't know what it is, but when a guy looks in the fucking camera, it's like he's talking to you.
Yeah.
He's like, listen, you're gonna listen to me because I'm fucking right here. You have no choice but to listen to me. And speaking of Excalibur and PWG, I am trying to catch up, and my favorite line so far that I've heard is that Adam Cole is still a fat piece of shit.
I love how Chuck Taylor is so salty for no reason.
Well, Excalibur said it. He said that Matt Riddle went by Matthew Riddle. It was Matt Riddle versus Adam Cole here is the one I'm watching. And he said, Matthew Riddle, I was going with the government name today. And then Excalibur goes, well, Adam's not going with his because he's not going with his government name of fat piece of shit.
Oh, I thought Chuck Taylor said that.
No, it was Excalibur. No, Excalibur is the fat piece of shit guy.
That makes more sense then, yeah.
Awesome running gag for PWG. But anyways, Roddy...
It would be better if, you were more relevant and not made a reference to like a 4-month-old PWG.
Yeah, well, I'm a little behind on my PWG viewing here. So Roddy cut a wonderful promo, and I can't wait for this matchup against Drew McIntyre. You know what? If Roddy wins, I'd be more than happier because I like Drew. Drew's fine, but Roddy's Roddy. Roddy has fucking kids. Okay, one kid.
And he needs his job.
And he needs his fucking job. So we have Liv Morgan versus Vanessa Bourne, and when I saw the marquee for this match, I went, holy fuck, Liv Morgan's alive.
I know, yeah. Right.
So before the match, they do the thing, the old school thing, where they do a little cut-in box of the promos while they're making their way to the ring. Which I think is so dumb. I hate that shit. It's a little corny, but hey, whatever. It's an easy way to get a promo in and cut down on time. So when Liv's coming to the ring, they cut over a little, in-cut thingy of Liv with her little promo she's got going on there and says that all the girls in the locker room are over here training harder, doing squats, but I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be L-I-V. And I said, well, Liv, looks like that ain't fucking working for you, so you better do some squats. You better train. She basically said, women are trying to get better to win the belt, but I'm just going to fucking hang out. Because I'm Liv Morgan. And that's all I need to do.
Well, maybe she figures that, she doesn't want to overthink it, overcomplicate it, get in her head. She trains enough.
Oh, she trains enough.
She's just got to be her, man. And
so Liv Morgan's a former NXT Women's Champion. Liv Morgan is a former IWGP Women's Champion, right?
IWGP Women's
Champion. What the fuck? Like, if you are, like, haven't done shit in months, why the fuck wouldn't you train harder? Like, I don't care. Get a fucking tan. I don't know. Be like Alpha Female. Jesus. Jazzy Gabbard.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Fucking do something. Like, don't just go, well, I'm just going to sit here and hop on this fucking rope and, like, eat 90-cent candies from Jersey City. I don't fucking know what else she could be doing. So, anyways, and Vanessa Bourne did the same thing. Vanessa said that she's going to want to be in the title hunt. And in her little cut-in promo, she says that, I'm going to give the world what they want to see. Vanessa Bourne. News to me.
Yeah,
I didn't fucking know I wanted Vanessa Bourne. So basically, this match was just... It started out fine. Both girls were doing okay. For two girls who are just kind of whatever, they did fine. It was towards the end where Vanessa Bourne got kind of weird. Like, her selling was a little stiff. You know how girls, when they're stiff, when they're selling, they just kind of flat bump. Do all that weird shit. So that's what Vanessa was doing here. And the first thing Bourne did in this match was slap Liv's ass. I was like, I know where this is going, man.
Yeah.
I know how this is going to end up. And Nigel says that not only is she a former cheerleader, but she's also half Samoan. Quick, get her a belt.
Yep.
She's Samoan.
She's The Rock's cousin, right? Dude, there's going to be Samoan wrestlers like 100 years from now, and they're going to be The Rock's cousin.
Are you Samoan? Fuck, here's the belt. Here's all the belts. Fucking go away, please. Don't hurt us anymore. So, Bourne didn't look too bad, but she's still very green, and Liv is just only slightly better. I mean, slightly better. Liv is not terrible, but she's not, like, going to blow you away with anything. She's not going to do a one-winged angel or anything like that anytime soon. And the end of the match is a little weird, but Morgan gets to win with a high jumping double knee to the face of Vanessa Bourne and gets the win here. So I guess she's in the consideration now because she beat Vanessa Bourne.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for Rigo to go, I've been considering that victory last week. You're in the match.
After heavy consideration.
Heavy consideration. Heavy consideration. He should have took on Heavy Machinery both at the same fucking time. And that would have been the greatest, like, fucking promo ever. After heavy nudge consideration. I would have laughed my fucking ass off.
Am I right, guy?
Regal. So we saw Aleister Black doing some kickboxing shit in training. Now that he's officially spoken, it is now time to catch him off guard at the gym. So Aleister...
At the Performance Center, not the gym.
At the Performance Center, I'm sorry. So for this long, Aleister Black has avoided the media. Now he can't run away because he's spoken. We've heard his voice. And they ask him what he thought about Patrick Clark and all that stuff. And Black says he refuses to acknowledge Patrick's childish ways. Says that Patrick just wants attention and he won't get his attention by being bizarre. And that is... It's not going to happen, Patrick. So you're not going to get into the head or the pants of Aleister Black here.
Not yet, at least.
No, not yet, at least. Boy, what a payoff that would be. Patrick Clark finally gets into Aleister Black's pants. What a gimmick that would be the promo. That would be the feud of the year.
Yeah.
So Cassius Ohno versus Fabian Eichner. I completely forgot who the fuck Fabian Eichner was. Like, no idea.
I just
who this
remember
guy
him getting
was.
tied up and getting kicked in the ass by Jack Gallagher.
I mean, yeah. Apparently he's from the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, he was like the big bulky guy.
That happened a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
Don't remember who he was, but here he is back again. And you know what? He didn't look too bad in this match.
Yeah.
Did a springboard splash to the outside. Could have killed himself because he landed almost on his fucking head, but thankfully he's still alive. Eichner then caught Ohno mid-air, gave him a power slam, which is a pretty fucking cool spot. Any power move towards the big fellow is pretty damn impressive. Eichner cuts off his own momentum when he misses a springboard moonsault. Just lands flat on his fucking face. And Ohno would eventually capitalize and hit a cyclone kick, and that is it for Fabian Eichner. But Eichner looked very good here against Cassius Ohno. So if Eichner ever comes back, he's more than welcome to do some more flippy shit.
Yeah.
That's what he did here. For a gentleman his size, did a lot of flippy shit. Did a lot of cool shit.
That's why he's in the Cruiserweight Classic.
A lot of shit that could kill him. So Eichner looked good, and that's about it. So we'll see what goes on with him from there. But Ohno picks up the victory and continues his momentum. So we have the end of the night here. Adam Cole versus Eric Young. Early on in this match, Sanity looked like they might get into a brawl with Fish and O'Reilly on the outside. Cole does an enziguri to Young while Young was on the apron. Eric dropped face first like Ric Flair would, but instead he did it on the apron, which, if you don't know...
It's the hardest part of the ring.
Hardest part of the fucking ring. Not the post. Damn
No.
sure not the post. Definitely the corner of the ring. Big fight breaks out eventually on the outside. EY has a chance to beat Cole with an elbow drop. He has him set up. He's on the top rope. It's another Jeff Hardy situation. Survivor Series 2001. So EY has a chance to win, but instead he goes, shit, I better fucking splash to the outside to save my guy. So he does that. Splashes to the outside to take out everyone else. And when he gets back in the ring, Cole hits him with a flying standing enziguri kick or thigh strike, whatever the hell it is. And that's it. That's how he beats him. With a fucking signature move.
Yeah.
Because we don't know what Adam Cole's finisher is going to be.
It's going to be the Shining Wizard.
Shining Wizard.
Yeah. Because he can't do the
Can't do
do
the
the-
Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah.
That's for
I guess
sure.
he can go back to the Straight Jacket German. What the fuck did he call it? Florida Keys.
I guess, but that's more of a signature than anything else. I don't.
Well,
foresee
that was his finisher before he started doing the Destroyer a lot. He was doing both, and he was using the keys a lot, and then he started doing the Destroyer all the time. But now he can't do that. But yeah, that whole Eric Young dive into the outside was so dumb.
Another Jeff Hardy situation.
Yeah, Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly were outsized by Damo and Alexander Wolf. And Nikki Cross has never been shy about getting involved too, so they were outmanned too. What was the point?
Just to be cool.
Yeah.
That's it. That's wrestling, everybody.
Yeah,
Fuck Logic. We're gonna do this cool spot.
I was looking forward to that match, but that ending was dumb.
It was. I like when logic in wrestling is just so far fetched, and it just ruins it for me.
Yeah.
So things like that kind of ruin the moment. But Cole wins it with the Enziguri or the Shining Wizard, I suppose. And man, he should like do the Yoshi Tonic or something, because I don't think a Shining Wizard's very much of a fucking finisher. It's just like it's the knee plus, same shit.
Yeah.
You know.
But that's it's like next up on his sick moves.
There was no lead. If he had like a lead up for it, it'd have been cool. He just kind of hit him out of nowhere, you know.
That's kind of like how that move happens. It just kind of comes out of nowhere.
Man, I need a whole build up.
Yeah.
I need a speech.
You need to know what's coming.
I need a promo.
You need to keep spamming taunt until you're.
Special media gets all the way up. And you hit it. I don't know, man. Panama Sunrise. When your whole moveset was a fucking pile driver, it's really difficult to.
I don't know why he doesn't go back to the Florida Keys and do the straight jacket German.
Hopefully he comes up with something else, because everything else, God knows, his entire moveset's taken already. The last call. Everyone does the last call now. Well, AJ does the last call. Goto does the last call. Goto invented the last call. But that's it. So Adam Cole wins this, and we'll continue on from here, see where they go with the Undisputed thing. And we'll see what happens with Drew McIntyre, because Drew's got a big match with Roddy coming up, so he's not interfering in this match, because, not yet. His revenge on Adam Cole will not yet be realized until after Roddy's taken care of. And I know Roddy's not going to win the belt, because I assume they're going to go with Cole and McIntyre for TakeOver, but just
probably.
Just visually, Roddy versus Cole would be such a way better matchup.
Yeah.
Like visually, like two guys who are essentially the same height. Like I cannot fucking buy Adam Cole versus Drew McIntyre.
And I mean, wasn't there kind of that dissension at the end of Mount Rushmore 2.0 between Adam Cole and
dissension that we never got like
a payoff for
a definitive payoff for. So like I get it, I understand, and the reason why they brought Fish and O'Reilly together with Cole is because of the size difference. Yeah. Because you can't buy Cole going up against fucking a skyscraper. It's ridiculous. But I guess that's what's going to happen. McIntyre, I don't know how much longer they're going to keep the belt with McIntyre here, because he's a cool dude and whatever, but the crowd's not sold on him. You saw what happened at TakeOver. I mean, people loved Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
And Drew was just kind of a dude. Hey, you won the belt. Cool, man. You were in Scotland once.
Somebody had to be like the guy to fall on his sword and
the
take
transfer
the
champion?
Yeah.
God, okay.
I can't believe I use the term fall on his sword to reference a guy winning a championship, but that's kind of what it is. You're taking off a guy like Bobby Roode.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Like, I guess I'll do it. I'll take one for the team and take the belt off of Bobby Roode.
I guess it's got to be McIntyre, because it's taken him so long, and he's traveled the world, so he's got to definitely win the belt back. By the way,
I love McIntyre though. I feel like bad that is.
He's all right, man. But like I said, like if I ever booked a territory or anything like that, if territories ever come back, I would go for a visually a good matchup, like in terms of like body size, height, all that stuff. I would take all that stuff into consideration, because I don't want a skyscraper going up against a fucking buggy. Like I don't need that shit, you know. So I don't know.
That's where I kind of disagree. I think, because pro wrestling, spoiler alert, is fake, you can tell those David versus Goliath stories.
You can tell stories, but I prefer the New Japan approach, where I would treat it more like a sport. Guys have to be certain weights. Not certain weights, I wouldn't go that far, but the look. They've got to have the same look as each other, kind of match up together, the same, kind of like makeup.
I don't know. I feel like it can be done believable enough. I feel like...
No, not a big fan of it. I don't know. I don't buy it, because Cole could just kick him in the balls and he'd fucking win the match. It's not hard. Dude's short.
Well,
I don't know.
You can kick him in the balls because, disqualifications.
Yeah, well, if the ref's not looking, come on.
Work the knees, be quicker.
I guess. I
High
suppose.
Spots.
We'll see how they do. Because, I just personally don't like it. But whatever. We'll see how they end up at Houston, because that's eventually what's going to happen. Sadly, I don't think Roddy's going to win that match. So... we'll see how McIntyre and
if you got a problem with that, I mean, Roddy versus Gallows. Roddy's not any bigger than Adam Cole.
Yeah.
I mean, Roddy might have a little more muscle definition, but that's it, really.
Drew McIntyre does have one thing over everybody: a great fucking tan, and we'll leave it off with that. So we're done with
and a very understandable Scottish accent.
Yes,
which doesn't come around a lot.
No, it does not. Boy, they sound like they're talking a whole different, a way different language than us. Nothing relatable, that's for sure. So that's all we got here for us today. For me and Anthony Caruso, we will be back. Not next week, because we do have Comic-Con, which I'm still on the fence of talking about. Maybe we're gonna do like a little wrap.
We'll probably be back shortly after, probably with the NXT review, and then
we still gotta do the Stardom tournament.
Yeah. And
do you want to start starting?
What the fuck is the New Japan one? King of Pro Wrestling? Is that what
King of Pro Wrestling, which is in October 9th.
Yeah.
So I guess really right now, what I'm gonna try to get done is the Stardom tournaments, which I have to start. And I guess now I have till now, and when we go to Comic-Con, and we might do a Comic-Con episode, we might come back and just wrap up Comic-Con and talk about whatever. Tyson will be here, hopefully. Hopefully he doesn't bail on us.
Yeah.
And until then, we'll rejoin you guys for some more stuff. Look for some Stardom stuff and look for some Comic-Con and eventually some NXT stuff. So until then, see you guys another time. Take care.
Later.